TIFU by finding out my fiancé was living a double life with my own sister for 2 years. My name does not matter, but this story will make your jaw drop. I am going to tell you exactly how my perfect wedding turned into a nightmare 3 days before the ceremony. His name was Marcus. We met at a coffee shop 5 years ago, and everything felt like a fairy tale. He was charming, successful, and every friend I had told me I was lucky. My sister Rachel lived 2 hours away and visited often for holidays. She always seemed close to Marcus, but I thought that was normal since we were becoming one big family. Looking back now, I realize how blind I truly was. 3 days before my wedding, I decided to surprise Marcus at his apartment with his favorite dinner. I used the spare key he gave me last year for emergencies. When I walked in, I heard laughter coming from the bedroom. My heart started racing because something felt wrong immediately. I pushed the door open slowly and saw my sister Rachel wrapped in his arms. They were both laughing about something on his phone. Neither of them noticed me standing there in complete shock. I dropped the bag of food and it hit the floor with a loud crash. Marcus jumped up first, his face turning pale white instantly. Rachel grabbed the blanket and screamed my name like I was the one who did something wrong. I asked them how long this had been going on between them. Marcus tried to explain it was just one time, a terrible mistake he regretted. Rachel started crying and said she never meant for it to happen this way. I demanded the truth because I refused to accept more lies from either of them. That is when Rachel finally admitted something that destroyed me completely. She said this was not the first time, and it had actually been happening for 2 years. 2 years of family dinners, holidays, and pretending everything was normal between us. 2 years of her hugging me and calling me her best friend while betraying me the entire time. I felt like the floor was collapsing beneath my feet as she spoke. Marcus tried to grab my arm, saying we could still fix this before the wedding. I pulled away from him so fast, I almost fell backward into the hallway. My mind was spinning with memories that suddenly made horrible sense now. The late-night calls, the sudden trips Rachel took near his city. All of it clicked together. I left the apartment without saying another word to either of them. I drove straight to my mother's house, shaking so hard I could barely hold the steering wheel. When I told my mother what happened, she looked at me with a strange expression. She admitted she had suspected something for months, but was too afraid to say anything. That betrayal from my own mother's silence cut just as deep as the affair itself. I cancelled the wedding within an hour, calling every vendor and guest myself. My hands were trembling the entire time, but I refused to break down completely. Rachel tried calling me non-stop for the next few days, but I ignored every single message. Marcus sent flowers to my apartment with a card begging for forgiveness and another chance. I threw the flowers straight into the trash without even reading his letter. A week later, I found something even more disturbing, hidden in his old phone records. Rachel was not the only person he had been seeing during our entire relationship together. There were messages to 3 other women, all pretending they were his only one. I realized then that my entire relationship had been built on nothing but lies. I moved out of the city completely and blocked every single person connected to that betrayal. My sister still sends letters occasionally, claiming she wants to explain everything and apologize properly. I have not opened a single one of them since that horrible night. Sometimes I wonder if I will ever trust another person again after something like this. My friends say I deserve better, but healing does not happen overnight after this kind of pain. I still think about how easily they both lied to my face for years. Would you ever forgive a sibling who betrayed you this badly? Or is some betrayal simply unforgivable forever?